Hi guys, we got another little project here. As you can see behind me, we got a metal roof. It's got a long run. It's a little carport off the end of the garage, but we get a lot of water, and what it's doing is it's puddling up here. We got it comes down through here. Well, let me show you here. It comes off the building, hammers the ground right here, and then it wets this parking area of our drive. It's blacktop circle right here, but right in this area where these leaves are gathering tends to be a wet spot, and in the wintertime it's icy, and the slope on it is very little. So what I want to do is I want to come up in here and grade this out. But I did a previous job, and I had some leftover drain tile. I think there's 72 feet of it anyway. It's a 6-inch. It's got a sock on it, so it's got a filter. And coming over at this direction, I want the water to drain right through here and out into the woods. It goes down, and there's a lower area over there. So it's like a natural drain. But right here, it tends to settle in. And I park trailers and, car, truck here sometimes. And I want to put a drain tile in. But my son's got another project on YouTube. He's got a tiny house shed workshop build, and he's got temporary power running out to it. Give you a peek of it here. And he's got some outlets and LED lights. He's not drawing a lot of power, but I think I want to run a 10-3 wires, 3 conductor, and that'll be a 30 amp wire. And so I might as well bury that at the same time and come right down through the same place as the drain pipe. And then once I get to this little marker here, we'll turn angle. Here, plane going over here, small plane. And we'll turn and go back over towards this building, and we'll come up the back side and do like a disconnect switch on the back. And he's got a little breaker box inside. And so we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone by doing a trench that's, say, 18 inches deep. It's a direct burial wire. We're probably not going to do conduit. We could go down 24 inches. We'll see what the earth is like. We got some rocks up here on the hill, so we'll see what happens. But I've got the old backhoe there, the little mini there. It's got a 16-inch bucket, and it digs pretty good. I think we can do the trench, the wire. Got a better deal on that online, so that'll come in another couple days. That'll give me time to dig this trench and get it over towards the house. I have power in the buildings here, but it's not really enough to add on. So we'll run a whole new run right to the box. That way we can control his power from the house. Okay, what we got is we brought up our grade a couple inches here because when we pulled them big rocks out, it just did divots. We leveled it off, we hand tamped it. We've got our pipe bent to there. I threw the level on it quick. It is running downhill. Now I'm going to turn the laser on and check our grade, and if that's right, that's a grade we want to keep. Turn that on. We had a point up here by Dawson's foot that was on. And I gotta be up a little higher here. Right there. So that's our grade. As we come down this way, we turn the sound off. But as we come down this way, it's telling me that I have to go up. So there's a 1/4 inch. There's a 1/2 inch. That's about a heavy 3/4 inch. So that's our slope. That's what we want. So what I can do is I can start backfilling, or what we can do is we can, let me turn this off, is we can just understand that that's our grade and not put our pipe in right now. And then we can wait till our wire's here. We can bury our wire. Otherwise, you know, the pipe's not going to stay down on its own. So if you want to get up from there, that's pretty good. We know that the grade is good all the way to here. And I'll show you what we got for grade. Like I said, we had to backfill just a little bit. You see, we tamped it down. It's pretty firm right there. And then as you can see, we're getting back into some chunky rocks. So as long as we can get the rocks out, level it off, smooth it out so it doesn't puncture our pipe or our wire, I think we're good without putting the pipe in as we go. I'll probably end up moving it out of the way. I just wanted to test it, make sure it's below grade enough. We got Dawson doing the fun part. He's checking grade. We're doing pretty good through there. We're dropping just about 1/8 of an inch per foot. So I'm quite happy with it. We laid our pipe in, we checked it, we threw a straight edge in there and checked it. We're doing good with the laser. Got a 1/2 a Volkswagen on that one.
Alright, we got this 6,000-pound rock here, all the size of a car, jeez. Boulder, Dad's trying to get it. She's pretty heavy. This is kind of a small tractor for getting this big of a rock. But it's right in the way of our trail. We hit it and we're like, uh-oh.
You saw me lay that pipe down in there. It's 75 feet long, and I decided to go all the way around the back of the building. It's a total of 130. It's kind of a shame. I don't want to haul in stone. I don't want to change it. I think I'll just excuse me, keep it a 6-inch pipe. So I bought another perforated pipe, and it has the drain holes perforated, corrugated. It still has the drain holes in it. And to do that, I don't want any topsoil, sand, or anything in it. So it's a drain sleeve I bought. And we slide this on the pipe. And I bought some fittings. So I thought what I'd do is, instead of curving the pipe here for the gutter and worrying about it popping out of the ground, I think I'll do a, it's going to be a drain basin like that. That'll snap onto the pipe. And then, of course, they didn't have the right fittings I wanted. I wanted to reduce it, so I got to use a section of pipe to reduce it down, which is going to bring it higher out of the ground than I wanted. And then what I wanted is this to go directly to it, so it'll go to my gutter. And so I'm not sure what I'm going to do here, but I'm going to assume I have to use this piece. And then I bought a union so that we can union this 100 foot to the 75 foot, and I'll run it around the back and I'll cut what's excess and use that for a different project. So for now, what I want to do is slide this new sleeve on, and let's find out how easy this is going to be. We'll straighten this pipe out. My son's giving me some help here. Get it as straight as possible. I haven't done one of these, and I did a 4-inch. Man, that was super tight. I did that years back, but look how easy the 6 goes on. That's a piece of cake. So as long as it doesn't rip, we'll pull it on straight, and we'll have to walk it all the way down. Let me back up, you can see a little bit, but so we just pull that off and go on down the line with it. You know what they should do is they should make this round, and you slide it over the end, you can walk away with it instead of doing that. Doesn't that make too much sense? I should be an inventor, right?
Yes.
But I do like that this sock is a lot larger than the 6-inch, so the 4-inch one I did years back, oh, that was so tight. I swear to God, it was 4 1/8 inches. I had to just about grease the tube to get it on there. I bet it took me well over an hour to get that on that 100-foot piece of pipe. Drove me nuts. Wow. I said, I'll never do that. I have to buy it with a sock again. So once we get this installed, we can lay it in the trench, and I'll run over here and I'll show you while he's feeding that on there. I got my wire. I got a pretty good deal, I think. You can check on my son's channel. He's gonna show this on his video. It weighs 50 pounds. It's a 10-3 250 direct burial UFB wire. We're gonna direct bury this in the trench at the same time. Let's see here. I don't know if we can find an end, but this is pretty heavy wire. And this is going to feed 30 amps. See how flat it is? I'm going to feed that right through the trench. And he'll end up with 30 amps out at his building, which, you know, you can run a small welder with that. So he'll be all right. And lights, couple outlets, and probably TV, whatever he's going to play around with out there. Refrigerator. So we'll come back on. We get this all loaded, ready, put in a hole. All right, we decided to put a screw against our post here so that when I backfill it doesn't pull away, because I want my downspout to come like this and then curve out and go in and automatically be the right direction to shoot it down. And then threw a little duct tape around the sock so it doesn't move, and then put 3 more deck screws in it so that we know the pipe won't pull apart. And we're going to follow the 100 down, get down around the corner, and we'll piece them together with a coupler. My son started backfilling the electric trench, get it down to I don't know, say 6 inches below the surface, and then we put this buried caution tape for electrical. That should stop anybody from digging further. I'm going to keep coming across and try not to get any stones on the electric wire. We got a lot of stones up here, but it's going to take a little while. And then I got to probably get out a York rake at the end and run through here and get all the junk off from it. See if we can grow some grass. So we got our pipe running out to daylight there. I'll trim it at the end. I got this backfilled going over to the son's building here. There's our tape. Putting that on the top, so we're covering up, and then we put the tape over a few inches down. Okay, you know, we got a slope here, and we got a lot of ledge. You see all the rock. We got our 6-inch pipe. We got our wire laid with the pipe. We got a layer of this crusher run mix in there. I tried to pick the better stuff rather than dumping the bones on. I can't even say it. The buried tape is about, you know, near the surface. I'm going to back grade this and see if I can get this to smooth out a little bit. it down, and then I'll get either the box scraper or the York rake or both to get all the bones off.
Alright guys, I want to show you over here. Here's the pipe goes through here, and then the electrical wire goes under the pipe and then wires off here. So I put this caution buried electrical line tape on top, and then we smoothed it out, and it looks pretty good. And see, this took forever to get out. This boulder was right here in the ground, and it was right in the way of our path to get the electrical wire through. So we got that out and smoothed this all off. And then it's gonna come up here to a box and then go inside up to the panel box. I'm gonna have a shut-off switch, and that way, if I was to ever move this building or sell it, that I could easily disconnect the power, not have to rip apart all the walls to get the wire out. This isn't perfect, but we're gonna come back and smooth this out a couple more times and get it nice. I have to fix it over here, but this is leading off, turning around the back of this building here, and it's going out into the woods, down into like a dip kinda, and the water's gonna flow out there. So I hope this works good.
All right, I used the bucket on the tractor, and I moved the stones and gravel, everything that come out of them trenches, and it graded off pretty good. I think there's a couple little high spots. I think right in here is a little high spot, and maybe a little bit over here. But the idea is to have natural water running down this corner behind the building. I put the box scraper on, and that picks up a few other stones, but the grade is coming out pretty good. I might get out the landscape rake and pick up additional rocks. We got Rock Haven here. There's a big one back there, and then the pipe goes off to daylight, and I'll just be cutting that off. And I put dirt on top of the pipe, and then I put whatever stones or whatever on top of that. And so overall, this is coming out pretty good. I'm gonna get down low here, see if you can see. Grade isn't too bad. The water comes from the driveway this way, and then from the buildings up here down this way. And so hopefully the gutter, when that gets installed, the downspout will go right into it. All this groundwater will exit right off. That's the plan. what I want to do is go through a check grade now. But I want a small swale. The driveway has a hump in the center, so the water runs off in the side also. And there's drain inside the circle across here. But I'm going to do this small spot. Definitely looks better. Most of it's crushed around mix. And this first bones are cut out. You can see them all down here. And then over here, by the boys' house over here is a little tiny hill. I want to break the bones out. And then I got about 4 yards of topsoil. There's no stones in there. I'll put down top of this also. Get the grass going again. Gotta get some back down here. Clean this all up. We've got a nice lot here. There's a power and ease of business. We'll go back through here. See, this is not too bad. This is a check grade. Like I said, it's 16 foot. Cement street, level. I got the York rake finished. I got most of the stones out of it, and the swale down in here I adjusted a little bit. I used that screed board. Looks like one little low spot there. I'll probably add a little bit too, but I want to tamp it a few times. So listen to this noisy old thing.